Crowley's become human.
Well, he has more. He has more of a consciousness, I guess. Whereas
again, you're qualifying it by how much of the tasks have we done, therefore how much of it has happened. I mean, as far as the canon is concerned, if you don't complete the task, then it doesn't happen. So I think more along the lines of, I'd be more interested to see. I mean, they did not cure Crowley from what we saw. So if there is any residual effect of any sort,
let me perhaps put it in a different way then. With Castiel having lost his had this mode of experience of having moral kind of consciousness seep in, is there a possibility that those two will find a little bit more to relate to this season?
I don't know. I mean, I think they both have very different situations as we've left them. I mean, I don't know where that's going to necessarily go, but we've got, Cass isn't going to be jumping around everywhere, is he? Yeah, that I can think of. He doesn't have the ability to move around in the way that he used to, and I think in his environment where he is, as you saw from you saw the teaser trailer, which is, what do you think of the scene?
Very clever, eh?
It's an interesting thing to do. The Man of Letters is a complex place, obviously. But you never get an answer out of me. It's good. Good try.
Well, you said you're not able to move around as you used to be, so are you going to be, in the car with Sam and Dean, henceforth, whenever they're going out to do things? Are they going to keep track of you and you're going to kind of be the third musketeer now?
I'm going to be the third musketeer?
I'll be the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth.
I mean, the great thing about this show is, we've never made anything that obvious, have we? Have we ever taken steps that were that simple? Have we ever taken steps that were like, okay, so now you're this? It doesn't really, I don't think it really works that way. I think this is one of the first years that we have another reboot, a great reboot with such a different set of circumstances than have ever happened before, and now we have a set of character problems that we've never had before. At the end of most other seasons, most of the characters know who they are, and it was always to me it was always the brothers that had the difficult choice to make at that point. And as Jeremy and Bob were both saying, and both Jess and Jared said, they chose each other over the quest, over what it was that they had to do, which is a very interesting change. And in that consequence, the characters took a very different turn. Metatron's disservice or service to Castiel is kind of extraordinary. I don't know where that's going to go, but I'm fascinated to see how that turns out.
Bummer. But it's also a lot of fun. It's what I've been hoping to do as the actor playing Castiel for a long time is see what it's like for him to really become a human and explore that. So we're really diving deep into that terrain, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Does he get a new change of clothes?
I certainly hope that at the very least Cass is going to change his underwear now that he's a human. But I will tell you, I will tease for you, this is kind of juicy stuff since we're getting into the wardrobe. There is a laundromat scene, yes, in episode 1.
Oh my.
So this very question has been forefront in the writers' minds as well.
Is he going to make all his clothes pink?
There's going to be one red sock in the laundry, and everything's going to come out pink.
So this must give you a lot of opportunity. I know that you, as Misha, are a very humorous person. This must give you a lot of opportunity to explore a lot more humorous situations for casting.
I think that there is going to be. Well, thank you for calling me humorous. That's very charitable of you. There is going to be a lot of opportunity for comedy, but I actually think it's being done better in this season than it has been in the past. I think that there were times in the last 6 years where there have been slightly out of character, fish out of water kind of comic relief moments for Cass that I that weren't my favorite for the character, and the comedy that's coming out of this season so far is very totally consistent with the character and really grounded in the very real situations that someone confronted with being a human for the first time would face. So it's good, true comedy and not slapstick, and I like it.
Yeah, I asked this of Mark earlier, but is there going to be any kind of relationship link or any kind of like level of is there anything you're going to find more in common now that you are human with Crowley, since he's more restricted this season? Obviously he's still a demon.
That's so far not a big part of the storyline. So I don't know yet.
What's Cass's interaction going to be like with all these fallen angels who've come out?
Oh, the fallen angels all kind of blame Castiel for having fallen, and they're all angry at him and are out for blood. So shitty, bad
World's
relationship.
dangerous place.
Yeah.
So the fallen angels are very angry. But what kind of threats are we? I mean, what do they pose? Are they blowing people up? Do they still have the power?
They have power. Yes, they're still formidable foes. They're still kind of angels, but they're just on Earth and trapped on Earth. So they're not good enemies to have.
Look out.
Yeah.
Are we going to meet any additional angels that people might know from some sort of like from Christian canon, as we've met some new
Yes,
brand angels
I think so.
far?
Yeah, we will. There's some new names will emerge. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I take it Castiel been hanging out a lot in Letters Bunker.
Cass, well, I will tell you that he certainly makes an appearance in the Men of Letters bunker, but he has a host of his own issues to deal with in season 9. So it's not, I mean, part of the problem is that all of these angels are pursuing him, so he's like attracting a lot of bad mojo. So he's not really great for the Winchesters to have around, because it's not like it used to be when he could solve their problems. He's actually causing problems by simply being around. So
when we spoke with Jensen, he compared it to instead of having an angel in your backseat, now you just have a backseat driver.
yeah, who doesn't know how to drive. Yeah. So he's not really a really great thing to have around at this point. Yeah.